Hey.
Guys.
Welcome
back to another episode of the Mystical Skyblock. It is episode 13, and today, Soup isn't here. Unfortunately, he is on a bone trading expo at the moment, but luckily enough, we have planned ahead, and we know that Soup really doesn't need to be here for what we are doing today. And speaking of what we are doing today, we are doing our interiors to the housing, as I'm sure you guys have been looking forward to since our Mystical Skyblock week. We've all kind of had, some stuff to finish up on our personal housing. So we're going to be doing that today, and Soup's already done his interior, as you guys, I'm sure, know. Throughout the episode, we're going to be flicking between us as we build up our interiors, but that is not the only thing we're going to be doing in today's episode.
Indeed we are, Brad. We are actually going to be breaking off halfway through, as we usually do, to check out the Sven Packmaster Slayer quest, which is the one Slayer quest we've actually never done in video before. I do believe me and Brad have done a few of them before, but it'll be Mystic's first time, and we've heard that these are quite difficult. So we're going to go over there, probably get absolutely annihilated. I can finally test out my newly obtained Pigman sword, which, by the way, is absolutely awesome. But I think without further ado, we should get into the building. Let's do it, guys.
Let's go!
Alright guys, so as we just said, we're going to be doing the interiors of our housing today. And for my design, I've been flipping through a few ideas in my head. A sort of aesthetic that has water, prismarine, quartz, dark oak, that sort of colour palette, because as you know, I am a loyal water drinker, and that is all that is on my mind. So, we're going to fill up my entire house, all the way down here, with water, prismarine, and that sort of colour palette. Then, for the different layers, and just around the place in general, I'm going to be adding furniture and other decorative features. Hopefully it'll look quite nice and like, a house by the end. I'm not sure how well it's going to go, but I've definitely got some ideas, and hopefully they will work. So first, we're going to need to get some materials. Okay, so I need some quartz and some prismarine, maybe even a bit of cyan hardened clay, and finally, well, some water. Wait a minute. What is this?
Alright everyone, so you might be wondering, what is my house going to be? Because in my mystical area, I really don't have a space that I could add a proper house. I mean, you could argue maybe inside the crystal or the island underneath, on top of the butterfly, but realistically in my eyes, I don't think that would look very good. And we have this area between the tower and my area that needs to kind of be filled in with something. As you can see in the last stream, we actually built up a huge snake that's wrapping its way all around the mystical tower island, but that is not what we're going to be doing anything with today. What we are doing is building up a kind of campervan or a caravan, whatever you want to call it, that's flying through the air with a rainbow trail going behind it, and that is what I'm going to live in. Most of the resources for this campervan are going to be pretty simple. I believe Mystic is actually already gathering up quartz, and we already have quite a bit to spare, so I'm probably going to use some quartz, maybe some furnaces actually. I feel like that could add a little bit of texture, and maybe some spruce wood or something like that. It depends for the style I end up going, but the one thing that I most definitely I'm gonna need is dyes. Colored glass, that's what the dyes are gonna be for. So I'm gonna run around the Skyblock hub and gather up tons of resources that I'm gonna need in order to make up these dyes. Here we are, we got some skeletons, so I'm just gonna honestly farm up a ton of bones, get tons of bone meal going, because of course that's used with both cactus green, rose red, to make pink and lime green, and light blue with lapis, all that kind of thing. So we're going to need tons of bone meal, probably above all else. But of course, to use all of that white dye, aka the bone meal, I'm going to need to farm up a ton of flowers, so I can farm up all these guys. Pretty much all these are going to give me some kind of useful dye. We've got oranges, reds, magentas, pinks, blues, all that jazz, so all this is going to come in handy. So I've gone through a couple lobbies and farmed up a whole ton of flowers. I'll turn these into dyes at a later date, so I'll just farm up a whole ton of lapis real quick. And the last thing I can think of that I'm going to need is some cactus green. Boom. Gotta be honest, chopping down this cactus is very satisfying. But actually, I think that is going to be plenty of dyes for now. So I will throw you guys over to Hattie, where he can explain what he's doing for his build.
And finally, it is my part. the cat shack. As you can see, the outside of the cat shack is kind of natural and normal. There's nothing too crazy going on here. I mean, apart from the mystical cats climbing up to the top. But apart from that, there aren't too many serious structures. There's not a serious human presence here. But what I would like to introduce is a secret area that is very, very influenced by humans. So as you can see here, we've got this parkour that I built ages ago in a stream, and it takes you all the way up here. But actually, if you drop in here, you can drop down into the secret lair, which is what I am going to be building today. So to start off this build, we need to make sure all of the walls are quartz. We need to make sure this turns from a mountain to a base, and the best way to do that is just make sure all the walls are nice and whitewashed so we have a clean canvas to start work with. So we have 3 rooms in total: this room, the main room over here that I have some awesome plans for, and this final room in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the 3 rooms, whitewash them with quartz, and then we can actually get started on the exciting stuff. So if I just fly up here real quick, let's get ready to start on the first room. Let's see how it looks. I'm thinking 3, 2, 1. Ah, yes, room number 1 complete. Now let's try the other 2. And that's room number 2 complete. I think that looks much better. Finally, time to start on room 3. Let's see how this one looks. Oh yeah, that is so much better. Finally, we have actually finished the whole interior of the mountain. As you can see, this doesn't look fantastic. Actually, it looks pretty terrible. This resembles more of the bone zone than really any high-tech kind of bio lair, but trust me, it is going to look so much better in time. The next section is when stuff is going to get really interesting, but I think for now, we're going to go check on the other guys, see how they're doing. But as you can see, look at all of this. We have used a ton of quartz, probably over an inventory of quartz, so much so that I actually reached my quartz cap and had to get the other guys on to buy quartz for me. That is how much quartz we've used, but as you can see, I think it's looking pretty awesome. It's definitely not a base yet. It does need some serious improvements, which we're going to be doing very soon. But for now, let's see how the others are doing. Let's do it.
Alrighty, so as you can see, I've got this kind of dirt platform in the area that my RV is going to be. That will be removed, don't worry. I know it looks disgusting, but it's just something for me to stand on. In fact, at the beginning while I was building this, I didn't have a soup, so it was very much useful to have. But you can see I've laid down the wheels, and that should give you a kind of idea of how big the RV is going to be. We're going to have the front seat, the driver, which will have probably some glass lining the front, and then we'll have kind of a back kind of bulging off of that. And I was saying kind of a lot because I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, but this is the general shape. So I'm going to bring you guys into a kind of transitional, cool little musical thing. I don't even know what to call it. It's not quite a time lapse, but I'm going to show you guys me building up the shell of this RV layer by layer right now.
Alright guys, so now we are going to start on detailing the first room, which is this one here. This build is going to be really tricky, and to be honest, I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to do. Unlike the other builds where we have it nice and planned out, this one, I'm kind of just winging it. So all I know that is I want to keep that kind of, not quite Japanesey, but natural kind of Asian theme, and for this room I want this to be my bedroom. So I'm just gonna see what happens, hop into a time lapse, and hopefully come out with something half decent. Let's do it, guys.
Okay, guys, we're going to take a little break from the building here, and we are going to attempt a very, very difficult thing. I don't really know how to describe it. I think it's called a Slayer quest. Is that what they're called?
Indeed.
Yes, and we're going to be doing one that we haven't done yet. So far we've tried the Revenant Horror, the Tarantula, and now we are doing the Sven Packmaster.
That's crazy! We're already started. Let's go.
What? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a level 3, which, to give you guys context, I don't know if you guys were here for one of the Mystical Army videos, but we basically fought a Revenant level 3 with a full army, and I still nearly died to it. Yeah, me, because I was the idiot who stood in front of it before anyone tried to attack it. But these guys are like 2 times as strong, so yeah, we're gonna get destroyed.
Packing Volso, what the hell are you? 45k HP? Hattie,
Wait, what?
Hattie,
What?
Hattie,
What?
Hattie,
I'm
Hattie,
sorry,
Hattie.
I'm killing things.
Where?
Onion bear.
What is this?
Where are you?
He's got like as much health as a level 2. What the hell?
Forcer, what the hell?
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Oh, I wonder if we get something cool from this dude.
Bruh, where
I
are
don't
you
think
guys?
so.
Hi,
What the hell? Another
yeah.
one? Are you kidding me?
Another one?
What?
No. Oh, I died.
Before we go in, everybody's got to scream. Brad, scream.
Oh.
Mystic, scream.
Scream, Hattie.
Right, let's go.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Police bombs.
Oh,
Get the
is
pod.
it? Oh,
Right, let's
you
go.
ready?
Right, you keep him distracted and we run behind him. I think that's the way to do it.
He doesn't do as much damage as the other guys, the tiny ones.
Yeah,
oh
but
my
he's
god.
723,000 health. That's just insane.
I'm one shot.
Stay in the water. Keep him in the
Stay
water.
away.
No.
Where are you, Brad? Get in the water.
Just trying to run.
If he's in the water, then he moves a lot slower, so it's easier to hit him. This is an intense battle here.
He's
out. He's out.
He's out. He's been set free. Who let the dogs out? Who?
Running away so we can't hit him.
No, but I can't. I'm one shot. I can't.
He's all
I
over
can't
the
stay.
place. Who gave this dog speed?
Oh, he's in the corner. He's in the corner.
Oh yes. Oh yes. No.
Where's he gone?
Where's he gone?
He's at me.
Dude, get in the water. Just get in the water.
Well, no, there's no way.
This is definitely the strategy, though. It's working.
Yeah, the water.
Oh god, he did so much damage to me. Why is he on me?
He's chasing you.
Why is he on me? I've told you they target cats. This is discriminatory. Wait, where's Brad?
It's dead. It's dead.
Did you
Oh,
die?
Bradley got killed by it.
Yeah, that was kind of awesome. I kind of leaped accidentally straight into its nose and just.
I'm gonna spoil level 2. Let's do it. Boom. With 3 people, we should nail it. Well, 2.5.
Oi, oi.
It's true.
It's kind of true, bro.
Literally.
Just because... you guys got your swords super early on. Why did you go to bully me like this?
3, 2, 1. Misty purpleness. Oh gosh.
No,
mamma mia.
Tonga dog.
It's a Mario. Oh god, yeah,
just gonna-
he's in the yellow already.
Yeah, gamers.
The amount of clicking we've
Look
done
at
in
our-
these past few episodes.
Look
Oh man.
at this
Come on.
false sense.
Yeah! Look at that! Look at that!
Yeah.
Okie dokie, guys. So, I have done a little bit of work since I last saw you guys. I've added some headphones to the owl because I just think it fits the sort of character that I'm going for. I mean, not necessarily in this situation because it's a little bit intense to be listening to music, but it fits my character, so I added them. And it also allows me to create some windows in the side of my head, which is useful because otherwise it'd be completely shut in for the whole of the house. But I imagine you are waiting to see what it looks like on the inside, so I will show you now. I'm really happy with how it looks, to be honest. It's got the sort of aesthetic that I was always going for, with the prismarine and the quartz and the water. If we look through the windows, we have a perfect view of the cat shack and that poor cat that's hanging for dear life over there. Then on the other side, there is nothing at the moment, but it's just above the planet. So, when we build something there, that is going to be a lovely view too. When we come in, we land in this water so we don't take any fall damage. And then to get out, you just have to look up, walk on that. Never mind. Actually, supposed to work like you look up, walk on the thing, and boom, you are out safely. This is sort of the entrance to the house. Like, this isn't the main area of the house. The main area is through this door here. And wow, it looks beautiful. I haven't done too much. I've just gotten the head part finished, but I'm really happy with how it's looking so far. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I've done a little bit more on the actual house.
Right, so now I'm going to start on room number 2, which is going to be the main room of the whole build. It's going to be the kind of Japanesey area that I mentioned earlier, and we're going to have a tower, we're going to have some really cool little relaxation spaces, some storage spaces, all that kind of thing. This is where the boys come down and hang out. Let's get into it.
Alright, so my campervan is now complete, and as you can see, I have a little kind of portal type deal right here at the edge of the world. It's different to Mystics because they are kind of, you know, different colours. This one looks much more rainbowy, much more kind of, I don't know, spacey, I suppose. I guess that could be used. But that is actually where the campervan is supposed to be kind of coming out of. So I'm going to have a line of rainbow glass leading from the back of the campervan and possibly under it a tiny bit too, all the way up into that portal. And once I've done that, that will be the final build. So I'm going to go ahead and build up the rainbows leading from the center of the portal to the back of the campervan to make it look like it's actually flying forward and powered by rainbows like the Nyan van that it is. So I will see you guys once I have constructed that.
Okie dokie guys, so everything in my house should now be finished up, which is lovely to say after spending several hours on this interior. I really didn't expect it to take this long, but without further ado, I'm going to give you a tour of the interior. First of all, we land in this water. This pool with some stuff falling down from the ceiling. A nice sculpture on the wall, but you've already seen this part. You don't really care about it too much. You already know what's going on here. So, let's head in to the main attraction. So we walk through the main door and we are introduced to the house through a corridor. It's pretty boring, pretty plain. It's quite homely though, with the woods and the quartz. The paintings really, I think, are the thing that makes it the nicest in here. So then we head downstairs into the kitchen. We got some cabinets down there, furnaces, stove. Then over here we got some sinks, some paintings to just decorate the place, a little table and chair so you can eat your meal. Another level down, and we reach the office, where we have a desk, a chair, some bookcases. It's a pretty simple room, but a necessary one. Then we head another layer down and we reach the master bedroom. There is a huge bed that is a bit overkill, but I think it fits nicely into this room. We've got a TV up on the wall. I like the shape of the wall in this room. The back of the owl, the shape of it really works here for this room. Got some paintings on the wall with a little indent to give the whole room a bit more shape and personality. And then, finally, we have a swimming pool in my butt, which is what everyone wants to be doing, isn't it? You can go all the way down into my legs, and it doesn't feel like an owl from the inside, which is the main thing that I was going for when building this house in the first place. It's a very pleasant room to just come and chill out, and you can climb up the ladder and go to bed. This is my house. I'm very happy with it. Now let's go out and see what the others are up to.
And finally, room number 3, which is actually divided into 2 little sub-rooms, a smaller one over here and a larger one over here. I'm thinking I'm going to turn this first room into a kind of kitchen / utility room, and this little room over here into a kind of guest bedroom, so people can stay over when they're out partying in the cat shack. People can stay over, have a good time, and yeah, hopefully this room is big enough and fancy enough for them. Let's see what I can do.
And just like that, my housing in the personal housing districts is 100% complete. I know wasn't initially in the plans, but I really do think that on top of this mystical fractured garden type islands, I really think this adds to it. You might also see in the background I've added a couple of glow bugs from my area. Of course, I asked the guys because this is not technically my plot, this is the mystical area, and they said they thought it'd look great, so I figured I'd add those as well between the last time you saw me and now. And you can see the rainbow trail, which goes kind of underneath the car as if it's driving on Rainbow Road from Mario Kart or something like that, which I think is really cool. And it trails all the way back into this portal that I talked about before. You can also see I've not used any of the kind of dark colours of glass. I haven't used the dark green or blacks, greys or anything like that. These are kind of all the brighter colours of glass in the game, which makes it look kind of more hippie-y, if that's even a word. But it kind of makes it look more kind of like good magic rather than the kind of bad magic that is coming out over here with all the reds and yellows, the kind of fiery colours. So I really do think it's distinct enough from Mystic's portals and stuff over there. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. And you might notice that it looks a little bit different than what it looked before, and that's because I've turned my texture pack off. My texture pack really does not change a lot at all. So this is how you would look at it with the normal game, and now I will turn on my texture pack, which the only thing it changes within this build is the glass. It basically removes the borders, which, I don't know, it's kind of debatable whether or not you think it's better with or without the texture pack. Other things I think most definitely look better. For example, the explosion that's over here, and these portals look kind of less blocky and more spacey. So I think they all look better, but this is kind of debatable. It really depends on your preference. Regardless, it looks cool either way, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So I suppose the next time I see you will be when we're with the guys at the end of the video. So I will see you all whenever that is.
Your driver, pass the orcs.
Okay, we need some sick tunes on, man.
Ready.
Plug it in.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a jam. That's a jam, man. Oh
yeah.
Go on, hit the gas, dude. Hit the gas. Oh, that's fast, dude. Stop! Guys. We need to finish the video.
Good point.
Oh.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Let's go to the back. Come on.
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like that. Yeah.
Mister, get off my bed.
Oh, sorry. Damn, Brad, I really like what you've done with the Nyan van.
Me too, man. Honestly, it's really, really cozy. It's nice to come back after getting my face absolutely chomped off by dogs.
Yeah, it's great, man. I mean, that looks like one hella comfy bed as well. Is that a memory foam mattress you got there?
It is absolutely a memory foam mattress, and you do not want to know what it remembers.
Oh no! Did you get it from Mine Kia?
Oh, I did, of course. The only place.
But anyway, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this episode. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, Oliver Coin. Remember, we release these episodes every other week at 7 PM BST every Saturday, so make sure to check out these when we release new content. If you guys do have any suggestions, obviously, as we've already said before, this island is definitely coming to a close, but we do have some areas that we would like to fill up, like here, like over there, and behind the cheeky chest over here. So if you guys have any suggestions, any ideas whatsoever, no matter how crazy they are, throw them down in the comment section. But for now, thank you guys for watching, and we will see all of you in the next one. Bye, guys! Bye.